Hi everybody, it's Monica. Welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. I appreciate you all for being here. This is going to be part 2 of my sublimation series and we are going to focus on Cricut blanks in this video. So if you're interested, stick around and that's coming up next. Alright guys, so this is part 2 of our sublimation series where we're focusing on our Cricut blanks specifically, and of course my stainless steel tumbler. So I also want to mention that most of you do know that I do have a full-time corporate job, so it's not easy for me to film an entire video from beginning to end. So I try to do some film clips throughout the week, and then I try to put them all together and edit them. That way I can get them all put together and uploaded by Saturday morning. So I hope you guys understand. If it seems a little off, that is why. But let's jump into the video, and then afterwards we will jump in at the end and have a quick chat before I end the video. Okay, you guys, I got all my stuff kind of sorted out here. We are going to do the Cricut cosmetic bag. I've already taken it out. Here is my image. As you can see, it is mirrored. We will be doing this one. Also, the Cricut tote bag. We will be doing that. Here is my image for that one. It is going to be just like this. So we'll prep that in a second. Oops, excuse me, you guys. Our coasters. Here is my images on here. I was gonna do them separately, but I think I might try to just tape the coasters down to this. So I'm gonna start with the lowest temperature, which would be the canvas cosmetic bag and the tote. Now, as I mentioned in my last video, I wrote down, I don't know if you can see that, I wrote down on the website the time and temps for some of these things. So I'm going to start with these two, and then we're going to have to move up the temperature on the coasters. And then I will pause, and then I will heat up my mug press so we can do the tumbler and the mug. The trucker hat, I have not found an image for that yet, but if I manage to squeeze one in when I'm editing, I will add that to this video as well. So let's get started on this. All right, first things first, I gotta cut out some butcher paper. I'm gonna cut out a couple of pieces because we need to protect our surface, of course. So I'm just going to cut a couple of pieces here. Fold them in half. Just got me some purple scissors. Of course I had to, right? Eventually I'll get some nice ones, but these are just for fun. Anyway, okay. We will fold this in half. And I think I'm going to do the cosmetic bag first. Move this out of the way. Fold this a couple more times here so it can fit in there. Oh, it's a little too big, isn't it? Okay, let's trim it off a little. Okay, perfect. All right, so I think I want to do it on this side. So I'm gonna need to prep this and just, you know, roll it a little bit. press it a little bit to take out any moisture, and then I'm going to get a pressing mat to put under here just to have a little bit of give, because we got a nice even pressure on this, and then we'll tape this down. So let me grab my lint roller. Actually, I think I need a nice fresh sheet here. So get rid of this one. All right. This pressing mat, and actually I made these myself because the ones that were selling online at the time were a little too expensive. So as I usually do, I try to cut costs and do it myself. So okay, what I'm going to do is put this pressing pillow in front of the butcher paper because we're going to sublimate on this side, but I want to give it some pressure. And the only reason why I'm doing this, you guys, is because as you can see, we have a zipper and we want to protect that surface. We don't want anything melting or anything. So just to be safe. All right. That looks good. All right. Okay, as you can see, guys, we are at 385 for 50 seconds. Now, between the cosmetic bag and the tote bag, the temperature is 385, but the time, one says 50 seconds, one says 40 seconds, the other says 60 seconds. So I figured I would go in between, and hopefully that'll be good for us. So now I am just going to press this for a few seconds just to get any pressure out. Just a few seconds. Or just to get any moisture out. Lint roll it again. Now I'm going to take my image, make sure it is right side up, like this. Can't see it, but it should be like this. Then I'm going to try to line this up pretty centered, and I am going to get a couple of my heat tape pieces. Just for good measure, I will do another one right here. All right. Now, because this is the sublimation piece, I need to get another piece of butcher paper to protect this. So I'm just going to put this like this. And hopefully it'll stay. There we go. Countdown, you guys. Again, I have never sublimated on Cricut blanks before, so this is a test for myself. It might say 385 for 40 seconds. I put it for 50 seconds, but it might need more time. I might need to pump it up to 400 degrees. This is where I'm just going to lift up a little corner right now just to see how we did. And let's cross our fingers that it looks good. All right, yeah, that actually came out really good. Whoa, you guys, I am impressed. Look at that. Never lose your sparkle. Oh, that's so pretty. All right, so this one is done. Wow. Might be a little off center, but that's okay. All right, moving on to the next piece. Okay, so I just got a bigger pressing mat, put it in here. I am going to take the moisture out of this one. Okay, why does it feel funky in here? All right, took the moisture out of that. I'm going to put, actually I need to do it this way since it's a longer, and I'm going to need to cut myself another piece of butcher paper. All right. Lint roll. Here's my image. It says, be humble and kind. You can't see it from here, but you can see it backwards right there. Okay, so now I want to line this up, probably up here with the top. I am going to grab my handy dandy heat tape over here. I think I'll use these since these are up and ready to go. Actually, you know what, guys? I'm not feeling confident about this mat. Something feels off in the middle there, so I'm going to grab my other mat and put it right. Nope. Gotta do it under the butcher paper. All right. There we go. Take this one out. It just feels kind of odd to me there in the middle, so I'd rather be safe than sorry. Okay. All right. Let me grab another piece of butcher paper and I will meet you at the heat press. All right. Grab my butcher paper. Had to kind of unroll it. Now this part, it should be fine. All right. Let's see how this does. So far, I am liking this. All right. See how we did. You see, this is why it's always good to get a clean, you can see vaguely right here the image. Always get a clean piece of butcher paper every time you're going to sublimate. All right, let's take a peek at this and see if we have to do anything more to this. Oh, nope. Look at that. Oh, it's so pretty. Look at that. Oh, I love how vibrant these colors are. Really nice. All right, 2 down, a couple more to go. All right, now moving on to the coasters. Now this, I had to move the temperature up to 400 degrees for 40 seconds. So while the heat press is adjusting and getting to that temperature, let's prep these coasters. I just sprayed a little bit of rubbing alcohol on these and I'm just going to clean these off a little bit. Just make sure that they're free of fingerprints or whatever. Now that's going to matter because I'm going to have my fingers all over them again. Okay. All right. Okay, so instead of doing these individually, I thought that maybe I can just flip them over. And you see what I mentioned earlier in my first video about having a little bit of extra around the edges, because what happens is if something shifts, you'll end up having a white line around. So that's why I always make mine a little bit bigger. So let's see if this is going to allow us to tape these down in a way that we will be able to do them all in one swoop, so to speak. This is the easy part. The hard part is flipping them over because the sublimation paper has to be on top. So this, I can probably actually set this up on my heat press. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to do that. Let me pause right here. I'll be right back. I'm going to do that on my heat press instead. Okay, the tricky part is going to be lining these up on my mat. So I'm going to just kind of look at this and kind of play around with it and see if I can line them up as best as I can. That's going to be tricky, but we will give it a shot. Ooh, you guys, I don't know. I don't know. It's a little tricky here. I might have to just tape these down, actually. Let's do that. At least on the corner, right? At least maybe right here like this. Hopefully it'll stay. Guess we'll find out. And I think I'm going to put one like this. Oh, these are tricky. Probably would have been easier doing one at a time, but if I can save myself some time, I would rather do that, but watch me mess these up. These are for my house, so. All right. One of those there. Yeah, these are going to be a little tricky. Oh, you see? That moved right there. Okay. Let's try again. Ooh, you guys, I'm nervous about this. Okay. Let's try to... Whew. I don't know. I'm a little concerned. I don't want to move them too much. I think I'm going to leave it right there. Hopefully, this looks like a good paper. Hopefully, fingers crossed, these turn out good. Here we go. Oh, I really hope I didn't shift any of those. Ooh, moment of truth, moment of truth. All right. I'm nervous, you guys, I'm not gonna lie. I need my, these are a lot hotter, so I'm gonna need my little heat glove here. All right. Ooh, that's hot. All right. I think I'm going to bring these over to my table. Okay, you guys. Let's flip these over and see what we have. Oh, yes, I was so nervous. I was so nervous. Look at how beautiful that is. Ooh, those are hot, you guys. You guys need to be very careful. But look at that. Absolutely amazing. Let's hope the other 3 turned out the same, huh? This tape is stuck on me very well here. Oh, goodness gracious. Okay. Whoa, these are very hot. You guys need to be very careful when working with these things. Okay, 2 out of 2 so far. Oh, look at that. Stunning. All right. See, when in doubt, use heat tape. Oh, yeah. I love these. And just so you know, these are for me, but my entire house, I have it decorated all Hawaiian style. I think my craft room and my son's room are the only rooms that are not anything tropical Hawaiian style. But these are amazing. All right. I think these Cricut Sublimation blanks are one of my favorites now, especially if I can get them 50% off, right? Perfect. We scored 100% on this. 3 for 3 so far. Okay. Okay, here we are. Got my tumbler press here on my little table. I'm going to turn this on. And here for the mugs, it says 150 to 210 seconds at 350 degrees. And then my tumbler, I believe I have set at, I believe it's like 206 seconds. It's heating up right now. I can't remember, but since I already have it measured to my stainless steel tumbler, we will do this one first. And with this, if I could find the directions, let me pause here. I'm going to look for those real quick. All right, guys. As you can see, it's beeping. Okay, for my stainless steel tumbler, the temperature is 350 degrees. And I'm going to do it at 80 seconds for with the seam down. And then after 80 seconds, I'm going to turn it and then do another 80 seconds on the opposite side. And then after that, 2 more times on 1/4 turn for 30 seconds. So that is what I'm going to do with this. So, all right. I just need to see where my seam is. Right here. All right. Just like this. All right, there it goes. Counting down. Man, maybe I need to loosen it up a little bit. But no, that has worked for me every time. So I'm going to leave that the way it is as far as the pressure goes. I am going to have to adjust it for the Cricut tumbler because I've never done an actual coffee mug on this new press. So I'm going to have to adjust it. Once I get done with the stainless steel tumbler, I'll let that cool. I'll pause my camera and then I'll adjust it to the right setting. And then once I do that, I'll get back on the camera and then we can do this one. And then once I'm done, we will do the reveal on both. I've gotten really good results on the time and temp and the type of rotation that I do for the stainless steel tumblers. That's why I'm not adjusting it at all, but I will have to do it with the Cricut mug. So hopefully we don't have any issues and we can proceed. So we have about 10 more seconds on this, and then I'm going to rotate it 185 degrees, and then followed by 30 seconds and 30 seconds in a quarter turn. So all right, so now we want to flip it around. There's a seam. Count down another 80 seconds. Now, honestly, the other 2 half turns, it might not necessarily be necessary, but from a lot of research that I've done, you get a better coverage all around. So I'd rather be safe than sorry. I know that this temperature has worked for me with all the other, you know, all the other ones that I've done of these. So that's what I'm sticking with for this. The one I'm really going to be questioning is this one, the Cricut mug, and the time and temp for that. So this is going to be a learning curve. Just like, as I mentioned, I've never done Cricut blanks before, so this will be interesting. We shall see. Now I can take a peek here after this to see if we're good to go on that. But I think I'd rather just stick with what I have. Now, also by looking at this paper, it kind of looks like I might not even have to do that anymore, but I might just kind of look at the paper when I take it out here before I do another quarter turn, because we might be good to go right here. We'll see here. Oh, excuse that. Yeah, I think we're good. So I'm just going to do a quarter turn right there for another 30 seconds. All right, now I'm going to turn it. The seam was up. Now I'm going to turn it quarter of the way this way for 30 more seconds. And that's a little hard. I got an auto press to help with my shoulder for my heat press, and now this one I have to work just as hard. What was I thinking? Love the way these came out. I'm happy with those. All right, I'm going to take this out, pause the camera right here, get my settings, everything set up here, and then I'll meet you back here in just a minute. All right, you guys, when I was setting up the temperature, not the temperature, but the pressure for this, I broke the handle off my Cricut mug. Luckily, it was a clean break, and I can super glue this with E6000 or whatever. The temperature is the same. The time is just a little bit different, but I'm going to do the same thing. I can't really rotate this all that much. I'm just going to do it slightly just to make sure I get the corner of the edges here a little tiny bit. So I'm just going to adjust it a tiny bit. And I'm probably only going to do that for 30 seconds and then do the other edge. I want to make sure that I get those edges nice and clean. Can't believe I did that, you guys. It's happened before. When I did my craft room tour last week or the week before, I had a mug up at the top of my shelf. That one I did the same thing. The handle broke off. So, and I forgot to mirror it. So that's why I have that mug up there showing the cutie pie of my great niece on there. But lesson learned, right? All right, I'm going to do it a little bit on this side. Just a little bit. I already broke off the handle, so it's not like it's going to mess up anything, right? It already did the job here. Okay, I'll let this finish counting down another 20 seconds or so. Then I'll let them cool and we will do a reveal. So I'll pause and I'll be back in a minute. Okay guys, moment of truth. This one's still cooling off. Let's reveal this one. Let's see how we did. Okay, this one's not hot anymore, so. Oh, I taped this one pretty good. Let me grab my scissors. Of course it's going to do that. Okay. There we go. Almost forgot how good I taped these. Alright. So far so good. Oh, I hate having messes. Now that I sort of cleaned up my craft room, I don't like seeing any messes anywhere. Alright. Oh, come on. Of course. And I'm trying to show you guys, this thing gets stuck on here. Come on. Doesn't like me today. Please hold. There we go. Oh, this one came out beautiful. For a minute I thought, oh no, it didn't, but that's supposed to be like glitter. But perfect edges all around. And the bottom actually came out pretty darn good too. It's a little curved at the bottom, just slightly, so sometimes you don't get that clean line, but I taped it pretty darn good. It actually came out, look at that, you can't even see the seam anywhere. That is what you want. You don't want to see a seam at all, especially on an endless design like this, right? Now what I might do, because I like a little bit of sparkle, or should I say a lot of sparkle, I mean this is good to go. You're good to go with this. You can use it now. But what I might do, because I like glitter, I might go and do a light resin coating with just a hint of glitter just to give it a little extra sparkle. But that came out beautiful. Absolutely love it. Perfection. I tell you, those settings are perfect for that. And again, it was at 350 degrees. The first turn is 80 seconds. The second turn is 80 seconds. And then a quarter turn for 30 seconds. And another quarter turn for 30 seconds. And that is what you get. Love this. All right. Let's see if our tumbler doesn't feel like it, or our mug isn't cooled down very much, but this shouldn't be so hard to remove. It's just disappointing that I broke the handle, but and these are you see right here, it didn't really do very good right here, and that's probably my fault because I had the timing wrong. Excuse me. And it is like these muted tones. This is what the design is. I could have done better on the edges. I've always struggled with doing the edges. I could have shifted it a little bit more, but on these designs where you have the handle, when you're trying to get it as close to the edge as possible, sometimes it's inevitable and you don't get that nice, clean, crisp line. It's faded there because I just didn't have it lined up right. So that's my own fault. Same thing on this side. But lesson learned. Now I'll know. I should have probably tested it out first, but it was already heated up. I couldn't really play around with it too much because the heat press was already hot. But I still like it. It's just the edges. Again, this is for me. The colors came out very vibrant. This is exactly what the design is. Let me show you. I mean, they are very muted tones. Now on here, this is for a smaller cup. It's the same design. As you can see, they're very muted tones. It's just the edges. I'm a little disappointed with the edges. But again, it's still a good design. Nobody's really going to pay attention to that, really. Once I glue this back on, I'll be enjoying it myself. But this is what you need to watch for. These are the ones that I'm always leery about anytime I do a coffee mug, because I always struggle with getting, not very often do I get a nice clean crisp edge like you do like everywhere else, right? Just because of how that is. So it is what it is, but it still came out really nice. So I'm going to pause right here, and I don't think we're going to be able to do the cap today because I asked my nephew if he had a design for me and he hadn't chosen one yet. So that might be on my next video. Well, all in all, I think all these blanks were a success. We got our perfectly sublimated stainless steel skinny tumbler. This is a skinny 20-ounce skinny tumbler, and I got these on Amazon. The brand is Hippo brand. If you buy like an individual one, it probably ranges between $7 and $8, but I usually get, the last box I got, it was a box of 16, I think, and I can't remember right off the top of my head, but I will insert prices of some of these items as I'm editing, so you guys will get an idea of the cost of these. But absolutely love these. And of course our that's still hot, I'm not going to lift it up, but our Cricut mug that I got for half price at Joann's. Our amazing coasters, which I am excited to put in my living room. 100% impressed. I will definitely be buying more Cricut blanks in the future now that I have tested some of these. I absolutely love the way the sublimation came out on all of these. Amazing. Our little cosmetic bag, of course. Never lose your sparkle. Love this. This is cute to have, like if you're going out of town on a weekend, which I have a makeup bag, but it's more like a little, it's like a little mini cosmetic luggage, really. So this would be kind of convenient to not have to carry that, and it's a little bulkier. So this is nice. I love this. And then, of course, our tote bag. This is actually going to be a gift for a friend of mine who has bees, and she makes her own honey, and I think this will be a nice gift for her. She is the person I had in mind when I found this image on Creative Fabrica. All right. Okay, guys, what you guys think? I'm absolutely impressed with all these Cricut blank supplies. I'm not gonna lie, very impressed. Of course, my favorite product out of all of these were the coasters. Look at that color. Absolutely amazing. Love these. We'll definitely be buying more Cricut blank products for sure. Yeah, as I mentioned before, they do have infusible ink that you can use. That is their version of sublimation. You could probably start that way if you don't have a sublimation printer. You can just use it. It's kind of like the vinyl. You go do your design, you cut it out, and then you just follow the directions either on the packaging, or you can go on their website and get the directions that way. But yeah, I've never tried the infusible ink. I'm happy to use my sublimation printer. That is the whole purpose why I got it. But I'm impressed. I absolutely love all the things that I did with these. Unfortunately, the mug that I broke, but it's still usable. I just need to glue it back together. I thought I had my E6000. I must have tossed it when it dried out, but I'll fix it eventually and use it. But absolutely love them. But either way, I hope you guys enjoyed. It was very exciting working with some new products that I hadn't tried before. I'm very impressed. If you guys have any questions for me regarding sublimation, anything general, I'd be happy to answer. Again, I'm very new to the Cricut sublimation blanks, so I'm not sure how well I could answer you, but I can try the best as I can. If you have a comment or a question about it, please feel free to leave a comment down below. If you felt this video was informative and you found value in this, could you please hit the like button? And if you consider subscribing, I would truly appreciate it. It would mean a lot. And I do appreciate each and every one of you who sticks around all the way to the very end. It does help push out my channel, and it helps the algorithm, and it helps grow my channel. I've only been on here a couple of months, but I do like the gradual growth that I'm doing. So I do appreciate you guys for stopping by and sticking around all the way to the very end. It truly does mean a lot. It helps me feel like I'm doing something right here, and I appreciate you guys, all the kind comments, and everyone that's joined recently. Thank you so much. Now, on another note, I mentioned in my video where I did my tutorial on the different types of heat transfer vinyl, when I hit 100 subscribers, I was going to gift a heat transfer vinyl mystery box to one of you who is subscribed. So if any of you are interested in this video, if you guys would comment HTV mystery box in the comments below, everyone who puts that comment in the comments, I am going to write down everyone's name, and then I'm going to do a random draw, and whoever's name I choose, I will mention in my next video, and then I will reach out to you to get your information so I can order that mystery box for you. So if you guys could do that for me, I truly appreciate it. And that is going to be it for you guys. And I will see you guys in the next video. Take care, and I will see you soon. Bye, guys.